Juarez, Seattle's Mr. Hair grew up in a family of migrant farm workers. They finally settled in the town of Wapato in the Yakima Valley.
Mother and father were from Mexico. Started having a family, we did farm labor and followed the crops, migrated to Wyoming and then moved to Wapato. I'm the youngest of six, 4 brothers and 1 sister. I was raised in a shoebox in the field, and of course all the kids whenever I would cry, I always got fed because they could leave work. So I was spoiled to begin with.
Gene is an amazing guy in Seattle that just started his business like a lot of people did, but Gene's background and his entrepreneurship, he created not only a business but a national brand.
He's the most prominent beauty salon owner in the Seattle area, as well as internationally known in the beauty business, with 8 salon spas, 2 beauty schools, and an advanced training center.
Well, Gene is all about the people. He's all about his employees. He's all about customer service. He's the Nordstrom of hair salons in the city of Seattle.
Wapato is a beautiful community, and yet I knew I couldn't make a living there. My father's dream was that I would have an indoor job, and he meant a warehouse. I expected more, so I looked into occupations, figured out that hairdressing was available, and I set a goal to come to Seattle and become Mr. Hair.
I think Gene's unique talents are his people skills. Gene definitely has a passion for his business, his salons, but more importantly, he touches people, he has relationships, and by that I mean not just customers, but the people that work for Gene Juarez were really part of that organization, part of that culture.
You know, I think Gene was successful as a startup because of lots of things, but number one, he knew immediately as a young boy, as a young man in high school, what and who he wanted to be. He wanted to be the best at whatever he did. Secondly, when he came into the business, he shared that vision with all of us who worked for him, and we were much more forceful and powerful and successful because of that. We knew what Gene wanted from his own company.
I always got into the profession to be an entrepreneur. In fact, I wanted to work with people, work with my hands, do something creative, and to be recognized for it. It was 10 years I spent working in the business before I finally decided I was ready.
What makes Gene successful as a businessman is his determination, his loyalty, his reputation, his quality, his ultimate desire to not give up.
I think one of Gene's really core strengths is his ability to work and want to develop people. And that really goes to employees, but it also goes to friends. And I think this is demonstrated in not only the success of his business, but the fact that he went on to start a school. So he not only had these salons, but he put all these people out into the industry with the same methods and just the mentality and the culture of Gene Juarez.
I always believe I'm a hairdresser who knows how to make money, who knows how to create a place where people will give me their money so I can give them a service. And the balance between those two is really the real trick.
I think Gene left a terrific impact in the city of Seattle business-wise. His impact is the fact that he started with 1 store, like I started with 1 store, and he ends up with over 1,300 employees. That's a tremendous impact on the economy in Seattle.
We created jobs, we created opportunity, we created professionalism that hadn't been here before. We contributed their 401ks. They bought homes, they sent their kids to college, and I got to witness and see all of that happen in my lifetime.
Gene's approach to success, most people consider that in economic terms, big deal, making lots of money. And I think the unique thing about Gene Juarez is his definition of success was his vision and his mission within his industry, and he wanted to be the best. And he was that, and did that, and is that.
My move from Wapato to becoming Mr. Hair in Seattle was a dream. But it divided up into small little goals that piled up on each other so that the dream was a reality. So dare to dream as big as you want and make it come true.
Gene's story shows us that to be successful in business, it doesn't matter where you come from if you know where you want to go. 2015 Laureate, Gene Juarez.